What is up, everybody? How are we doing? Another gorgeous day here in Oneonta, New York. Sorta. Rained earlier, but looks like we're going to be cool for a little while. I'm not going to get stuck in the rain, which means it's not that hot and muggy. I hope everybody out there is having a wonderful day. Me and Karma going on that daily dog walk. So why don't we talk about some of the subjects we talked about today? Obviously, the big one being AJ. InfoWars, and the deceiving headlines that were out there. Did not like the headlines, because when I saw them, I'm thinking to myself, all right, that doesn't make sense unless it's a setup. And of course, I'm talking about the CP that was supposedly sent to the families of the victims of, the unfortunate massacre in Newton. I was like, well, that doesn't really make sense. And then when I read into it, all it is the servers were turned over. It appears somebody mailed they talked about metadata, mailed them an email with this attached. And I just don't understand how anybody could be savvy enough to scrub something like that. Doesn't make a lot of sense. So how could anybody be held accountable? And it certainly doesn't mean the family members ever got a hold of this, right? I mean, it's kind of weird that they would frame it that way. And in that sense, I end up being extremely sympathetic to Jones. Now, update on that. Apparently, they have lowered the money from $1 million to $10,000. And I would imagine that's because they're getting inundated with people that are saying they could do it for much less, or, they just have to have a look at the server or the backups that they sent over. But that's a double-edged sword too, because look, the lawyers may be looking for one thing, but if you give access, just to somebody, you don't know what they're going to do with that, or what else they're going to find, or who they're going to share it with, whether they sign a non-disclosure or not. When I first heard the $1 million, it really didn't make sense to me, because I'm thinking to myself, why don't you just hire somebody to come in? So I don't know, I think a lot of that was emotions, but certainly misreporting by the mainstream media. Now, there was also another story earlier in the week that there was a book out there, I believe it was called Nobody Died at S. Hook there. I don't want to even say the name. And they lost. And I'm not even sure who the author of that is. But guys, if you've seen my video on the deposition, on deep research into that event, please do. Because I assure you, people lost their lives. It's not saying there wasn't very, very suspect things happening during that event. There was. It's not saying that we don't need to look more and more at that event. We do. But as far as the nonsense that was put out there, you got to wonder why and how it was so popularized. It reminds me of Flat Earth. How did that get so popular? And even on a large scale, you look at something like Ancient Aliens, and that gets promoted so much. You have to wonder, where's the agenda there? What are they trying to sell you? And for me, I just think it's always a healthy attitude to take skepticism. Skepticism is indeed important. Okay, and without it, things do run wild. Now, there's also some other news there I wanted to go over. I haven't done a video on it yet. I intend to. But the lead editor over at BigLeaguePolitics.com is claiming that he has confirmed that Linda Collins Smith, one of the state senators, remember there were 2 state senators that were found murdered with gunshot wounds. One in, one was Oklahoma and the other Alabama, I believe. It may have been Arkansas, not Alabama. Don't quote me on that. It's been days. Guys, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. However, he's claiming for sure Linda Collins Smith, this former state senator, was diving into the aspect of trafficking. Just watched the Morrissey video. I missed that, guys. I'm sorry. It's tough to see today for some reason. I don't know if I have it as bright as I can have it. There's Titus. What's up? Nope. There we go. What am I thinking? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, you look at that situation on a sitting Egyptian president, the first one democratically elected after, this Arab Spring that was promoted by the media, and like, look what Twitter can do. They can get their freedom in Egypt. It can happen. Military coup takes him out. He's in jail for years on end. He's in a glass cage in court, and we have to wait for a leak to find out that he threatened those in power, saying he knows everything, and he's going to out these people, and he drops dead. Doesn't even make it to the hospital. By the way, guy who questioned 9/11. Behind me, guys, that's the college I didn't go to. That's Hartwick University. That is the private college of about 1,500. Maybe one day I will. I'll walk you guys up through my college one day soon. So, anyway, that Mohammed Masri story is incredible, and it really did remind me of Milosevic, who was. I mean, when I was a kid, Milosevic was portrayed as a monster. It was good he was rotting away. When he died, nobody seemed to care. It was barely a cry for any kind of fair investigation into that situation. And then they do it, and they exonerate him twice. Exonerate him twice. What does that say to you? It tells you that the military-industrial complex and the media-industrial complex are constantly selling us bullshit. They're selling us bullshit. First of all, although the media reported on those two state senators' death, you'd think people would be digging into it, and that would be headlines across the country. Nope, not that concerned. Again, if they were honest, would they be running those deceptive headlines about Alex Jones in these emails? No. They want the sensationalism. They want the nonsense. They want people to repeat disinformation while calling myself not an authoritative source and fake news. And then, somebody can just flag a ton of my videos, and then I'm forced to do a video where 25 of my videos have to be manually reviewed, and there were more after that, folks. And so far today, every video I put out has, of course, been demonetized. I've had to request a manual review, and they're coming in droves. I gotta tell you, this person that did this, he still got, so far, about a third of them. About a third of them are gonna stay demonetized. What's this? Did I get your back all about your vids? You saw that video. It's crazy. So, again, that's why I started the GoFundMe. We're going to be doing that monthly. Hopefully, we can really make it here. I'm reporting on Nexium as that wraps up. I'm certainly not going to stop reporting on it after they find the verdict on Rainier and they give out the sentencing on him and the rest. This is an extremely important issue. One that we have to continue to look at for all the reasons I did my video today. We can't let people like Emiliano Salinas, the son of Carlos Salinas, the former president of Mexico, just get away with his end of this. I mean, you read those documents and he's only sparsely noted, but you know that these prosecutors have a shit ton more information on this. You've been doing great work, Burmis. Thank you, dude. Thank you, and thank you all. Guys, I can't tell you, without your support, obviously, I wouldn't be able to do this, and I won't be able to do this. So, again, I think this is video number 4. We're going to get 5, 6, and 7 out today, I hope. I can only hope. We're going to go check out the news. I think the Linda Collins Smith thing really does need to be looked at. Although, again, there's not a lot of information out there. This guy, who's the editor of Big League Politics, is saying one of the reasons, citing anyway, one of the reasons he believes that she was doing this. What are you doing? No, come on. Is that she had retweeted him about Nexium in her third to last tweet before she was murdered. Now that's interesting. I don't know for a fact that suggests that she was looking into trafficking on her own. However, if this guy's gonna, stake his career in an operation that got big pretty quick, didn't know much about Big League Politics, a year or so ago, maybe a little over a year ago. Cassandra Fairbanks, obviously, probably the most popular reporter over there. She's done a lot of good work with Assange and beyond. Where's Tony Rodham's dead. So I'm not sure who that is, but we've covered this. Not only did Tony Rodham die, but Barbara Boxer's daughter, I believe it was Diane Boxer, hit my Twitter because there were some people asking about it. Said that he had died of cancer. The woman asked what her source was for that. She said her eyes. Again, Barbara Boxer, the former Democratic senator from California. I would imagine her daughter may know, maybe on the inside. The woman said that your eyes are not a source, taunting this woman. Obviously, she knew who Tony Rodham was, and she was aware he died of cancer. She retorted with, get help. And that's why, again, I talk about discernment. We all need discernment, guys. Everything is not a conspiracy. Just because someone dies during a period when there are other suspicious deaths and it's not talked about, aka Hillary Clinton's brother, does not mean it is part of some grand plot. And that is why I think it is important to stick to the facts. Guys, thank you so much. Remember, if you're not subbed, you enjoyed this walk and talk, please subscribe to the Burmese Brigade right now. What are you waiting for? Thumbs the video up, share it, and if you can, I got that GoFundMe. It's I believe it's in all the descriptions. Maybe not on this one, but we're going to try to change that.